I'm working at Big Four. Can you please give me some advice on how to manage my time? All right. So I'm assuming that you're going through busy season right now. And I have a write up for busy season. It's at another71.com/busy. And I put these little shortcuts so that you don't have to go searching for it. And so you can just find it. It'll redirect. But it's how to study 20 hours a week during busy season. And it's a big deal. Why? Because it's always busy season. So I have what's called the L plan, and it's coming up. What do I name it? Oh yeah, the first 3 letters of my last name. And early, lunch, late. And so that's how you study 20 hours a week during busy season or just 20 hours a week, period. And I tell people it's how to study 20 hours a week without even noticing. You'll notice, but hopefully your loved ones won't. All right. So this is the early lunch, late plan. Okay. This is assuming that you have at least the Ninja supplement package because you started with the audio. So let's say that your commute is 30 minutes each way. So 4 hours a day or 4 times a week. So like driving to work, listen to the Ninja audio. Driving home from work, you can listen to Spotify or whatever. But driving to work, you're studying. Driving home from work, you're just wanting to listen to whatever you listen to. And so not a big ask, just one way during your commute 4 times a week. You take Friday off. So 4 times a week, take Friday off. That's 2 hours of studying because the Ninja Audio covers like pretty much all the concepts. So that's 2 hours of studying right there as a foundation. Now here's the early part. You get up a little earlier than you normally would. Let's say 5 to 6:30 a.m. and you do that 4 times a week. So that's 100. That's 1.5 hours of studying. Now it's probably not 1.5 hours of real studying because you're gonna wish that you weren't studying and really think about it and check online for a while. But if you want to have any success with the early plan, you have to have the coffee maker ready. You got to take a cold shower, whatever you need to do. But let's assume that you study 1.5 hours before work. 1.5 hours times 4, because you sleep in on Friday. That's 6 hours. That's early. Then lunch. So let's say you get a 1 hour lunch and you eat for 15 minutes. Then from 12:15 to 1, let's say you take your lunch at noon. From 12:15 to 1, it's 0.75 hours, 4 times a week. Friday, you get to go out and eat lunch. That's 3 hours. Then late, get home, eat dinner, get the kids to bed, et cetera, et cetera. From 9 to 10:30, you're studying. Hour and a half, 4 times a week. Get Friday off, 6 hours. Then from 10:30 to 11, watch The Office. Watch an Office season 2 rerun with your significant other just to relax. All right. So like I said, take Friday off. That's a cool thing. Like you can, this plan is as flexible as you want it to be. So you can take Friday off and or Saturday off, whatever you want to do. But for me, I don't want to take Friday off. Have something to look forward to. And so then you have a big study weekend ahead of you, right? No, pick one day, Saturday or Sunday, or split it 1.5 each day, only 3 hours. You just studied 20 hours. Here's the math. Ninja Audio, 2 hours. Early, 6 hours. Lunch, 3 hours. Late, 6 hours. Saturday and Sunday, 3 hours. That's 20 study hours. And it really didn't sound that bad, did it? That's how you study 20 hours a week during busy season. That's how you study 20 hours a week during really any other time. It's it's actually very doable and really not as bad as you would think. All right, going back to the chat. Richard on YouTube, does FAR core, as far as a core exam, does it mainly consist of intermediate accounting and principles of accounting? Yeah, it does. That's Yep. For the most part, that is. They shifted the more advanced stuff over to bar. And because of that, I thought it would be an easier exam. I thought the pass rates would go up. Quite the opposite. And I don't really understand it. But yeah, in theory, the FAR core is mainly intermediate accounting and principles of accounting with some advanced accounting in there too. Going back to Instagram. Yeah, sorry, 20 hours a week for 7 to 8 weeks. So 7 to 8 weeks is the sweet spot. Sorry, my throat gets real dry when I'm speaking like this, and then plus I'm a little nervous, and inevitably my voice start cracking if I don't keep up. All right, SKM on YouTube. Again, another71.com/YouTube. You can subscribe and all that. How long does it take to study for FAR? How many months? And this will help answer your question too. So here it is. Here is the so 7 to 8 weeks with the Ninja framework. Here we go. We're gonna this is for FAR or for any exam. 7 to 8 weeks is ideal. Unless you're studying full time, that's a whole other beast and it has its own problems as well. But if you're working 7 to 8 weeks, so you nail the concepts for 3 weeks. So either you're reading your book, you're watching your videos, all that. You're not doing any multiple choice questions. I don't care if they have application questions at the end of the chapter. Don't do them. And most of the review courses say chapter one, video, chapter one, questions, chapter two, video, chapter two, questions. Look at the pass rates. People are not studying, people are studying inefficiently and effectively because when you do the questions in week one, you're not going to remember them in week 8. And so it's a waste of time. And I've been on this soapbox for many years. So nail the concepts. If you're ninja only, you're watching sparring or reading the book, or if you're using Becker, then you're just watching the videos or Becker plus Ninja. You're gonna nail the concepts with Becker, and then you can do the multiple choice with Ninja, whatever. 3 weeks, like concepts. Once the 3 weeks are done, like once that timer's up, there's no going back. You're closing the book. Ninja book is a PDF. You never go back to PDF unless you really need to look something up. If you go past 3 weeks, that's going to creep into your MCQ time, and you'll be at a severe disadvantage then. So you're nailing the concepts for 3 weeks. While you're doing that, you're taking intense notes. So taking notes over just everything that kind of stands out during the nail the concepts phase. So 3 weeks are up. Now we're moving into the non-step MCQ phase. If you spend 2 weeks on the non-step MCQ phase, it's going to be at 7 weeks. If you spend 3 weeks, you're going to be at 8 weeks total. So for non-step MCQ, you're hammering MCQ and you're continuing to take notes. I would take a legal pad, draw a line down the middle, make little bullet points, etc. And anything that you miss or you think you might miss later, write it down. I would do it by topic. If you're a ninja, I would do it not according to the blueprint. You can work questions by the ninja book. And I would separate it by the ninja book because the ninja book is topical because there are some CPA exam topics that span several blueprint areas. So that's what I would do there. Not so MCQ, 2 or 3 weeks, then you rewrite your notes for a week. Most people won't do that, and that's okay. But what rewriting your notes does versus highlighting, like highlighting stupid, you shouldn't do it. Friends don't let friends highlight. Don't do it. Throw the highlighters in the garbage. You know, I hate highlighting because when you write something down, it makes a connection between your hand and your brain. And versus when you're highlighting, like just painting pretty colors over cheaply printed paper, and it doesn't really mean anything to you. But when you take this substantial set of notes and you rewrite it from long form into your long form scribbles into short hand little fact nuggets, I call them, that's where the real benefit comes in. Okay. And so then it all comes together in your final review. I spent a week reviewing, watch the Ninja Cram, read the Ninja Notes nonstop, listen to the Ninja audio, like not just to work, but coming home also. And like you're just all systems go on study mode. And so that's a long winded way of saying you should study for FAR 7 to 8 weeks.